This video better be good. I'm gonna try to get at least 2 out of this one. You guys gotta bear with me though. I think it's good. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Sam, and I am back with another video. So we've been staying consistent. This is like video number 7 in a row. So make sure you follow the journey, you subscribe, make sure you like, you comment, and you share. Okay, comment section is open to have conversations and discussions. I will be so happy to respond to you guys, and more so tailored to exactly what you guys want to see. Okay, but today we have a very interesting topic. It's a combination of 2 things we have discussed in previous videos. So if you haven't seen my videos, this is not necessarily a prerequisite, but you could just go back and catch up and just kind of get the tone and see where we're at. Okay, so today's topic, we will discuss placing insurance on a stock that you are bullish about. Okay, and the other one is setting limits to make sure you have the correct entry point. So these are 2 things that we've discussed in previous videos, and so we're just gonna kind of combine the 2 and get a little bit more into it. Okay, so now I'm sure you guys are following what's going on in the news lately. There's a lot going on. I'm not really a news trader, and I know that sounds very immature, ignorant, and uneducated, but it's just not my main strategy. Definitely something I consider with all the world news going on. Markets are pretty much down overall, and if you guys have been following, you know that is a good opportunity to buy the dip, right? And as things start to slow down and recover a bit, and you start to watch the stock come up, you're going to be making a lot of money. Okay, and that is making way more returns than just following the bandwagon and watching the stock rally up, right? It's going to be you continuing to buy at discounted prices in increments, and as it comes up, it's a slower journey back to your cost average as you continue to buy, and you're going to be green a lot sooner than you think. Okay, and you also got to know when to exit. A lot of people like to panic, they like to get out a little too early, and they miss all, if not most of the gains, and now you're waiting a very long time for that setup to start again. Okay, so we talked about setting your limits, right? So setting your limits and insurance. Let's talk on the insurance aspect first, and then we'll come back to setting limits. Okay, so when it comes to insurance, what I mean by that is you can sell a put option. And for those of you that don't know, put option essentially is capitalizing off of the prediction that the stock is going down. Okay, it's basically choosing a strike price, purchasing the right to sell the stock at that specific price, even though if the market is no longer at that price. For example, if Apple is at $100 a share and you decide to do a put option at $99, the stock tanks to $50, it gives the person who will exercise that option the option to go back in time and sell those shares at $99, even though the stock is currently at $50. Now, as an options trader, where you make money off of that is basically the value of the option itself. So you're not exercising that option, and which you can, and we'll talk about in future videos, right? So make sure you subscribe when we get into it. But essentially what you're doing is just an example. Let's say the option to sell those shares at $99 costs $10 and the stock plummets to $50. Your contract or that option that you purchase may be worth, I don't know, more than that, right? Like $100, just an example. Okay, and I know that sounds like an extreme example, but that's not that extreme when it comes to options trading, which is why people like it so much, because it has so much leverage, but at the same time carries so much risk. Because if the stock shoots up, that option is pretty much worthless. But we're not necessarily talking about options trading here. We're not going to get too specific about it. I just kind of wanted to give you a reminder. You can use options as insurance, okay? And by that, I mean, let's say you're interested in purchasing Apple. Apple is trading at $100 shares. you think it's going to go up to $110 or $120. Okay, but you're not really sure. What you could do is you can still purchase the share of Apple at $100, whatever the market price is, and you can also purchase a put option saying that the stock is going to go down. And so if the stock does tank, okay, you following me? Make sure you follow me. If the stock does tank, you purchase it at $100, right? It tanks to, let's say, $50, and that's worst case scenario. Okay, that is an extreme example. Okay, but let's just say it tanked. Some world news came out, some bad earnings report came out. Your prediction of it going up did not work. You will capitalize off of the price of that contract, and therefore your loss won't hurt as much. And I'll tell you how this is a win-win situation. Okay, and by that I mean, yes, if it does what you want it to do, you can lose that option that you, let's say, purchased for $10, for example. That is very likely, but it's just $10 versus you having unlimited upside, essentially. Well, it's not versus, but along with you having unlimited upside. So that's a good thing, right? You take a $10 loss, stock shoots up, it does exactly what you wanted it to do. You can just subtract 10 for that, and you're good. It's a win. Now, if it tanks and it doesn't do what you want it to do, and this is why it's also important to have capital on the side, right? So that's 3 different lessons we discussed earlier all come together, having capital on the side. So let's say the stock does decide to plummet. You make money off of the contract that you purchased for $10. It might be worth $100. Apple is trading at $100 a share. You had your initial share at $100 a share, and it's trading at $50 a share. I'm sorry, right? Now you purchase another share at $50, so that's cost averaging, right? So if you had your initial share at $100, your second share at $50, what is your cost average? $75. You guessed it. What did you basically do? 100 plus 50 divided by 2 equals 75. Okay, now that's 4 different topics that we've discussed in the past, all coming together in one. You see how naturally this is feeling? This is advanced trading right here. Okay, don't let somebody tell you that it's not. It is. Now, what's going to set you apart from everybody else is your ability to remain disciplined. You want to make sure you remain disciplined, okay? So what have we done so far? We've set insurance, right? We did a put option, okay, which insures us if it doesn't go up and it goes all the way down. So now you're making money on the downside, right? We're not also going to panic because it went down. Aside from making money on the downside, we're going to be happy because that's a discounted price. You take that capital that you had to the side, you buy in at $50, just an example, or whatever price that is at, and then you ride the wave up. Your cost basis is going to be a lot lower than $100 or whatever your initial share price was. Now you're already in the green. Okay. Yes, it's all coming together. Okay. So now, one thing that I didn't mention is your limits, right? Making sure you're not doing market orders and you're doing limit orders. Okay. So for example, you might not be this advanced yet when it comes to analyzing charts. I know I called you guys advanced traders, but you're getting there, right? What you want to do is you want to set limit orders so that you're not buying in at $100 a share or that market price of $100 that might actually fill you in at $101 or $102, and now you're automatic at the loss. You want to give yourself some breathing room, right? Don't panic too much. Set your strategy, apply logic, get your emotions out of it. Okay? You watch it for a little bit. It's trading around $100. You want to buy it at $100. Okay, find a reasonable range. I'm just going to throw out a random number, so don't necessarily just minus $1 or minus $2, but, you know, set your limit around $99, $98. Okay? Let it fill you in. And that way, when it wicks those prices and it tests those prices and it treats that, or it tests that support level of $100, right? It fills you in because you might have a short breakout or a fake breakout. and now you have it at a discounted price. And if it continues to go down, like I said, you got the insurance, right? You know how to do the cost basis and purchase more shares, and it's a win-win-win situation. Okay, and as you do these more, you'll become more fluent at it, and you'll also apply the knowledge that you have on top of what we discussed and improve. That's pretty much it for today's topic, right? Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. See you on the next video.